Dennis Autry gave it up now to Hawthorne. Here's Westfall. And it is Dave Cowens at the defensive end who is exerting himself rebounding. Kaburski with a pretty drive, and Cowens came back to the offensive end for Autry. Yanks it down. Heintzel wanted the foul on Autry. He's up. 9:48. Hawthorne's alone. McDonald comes out. Hurd. Hurd hit it and drew the foul. Chance for the three-point play. 22-20.
Hurd down in the area that he loves so well underneath the basket. Let's take a look at it. Here he goes. He'll give a pump fake right there to Kaburski. Jake O'Donnell calling foul. I didn't see the foul.
The reason you didn't see it, Rick, is that the foul was not on the ball and it was not on the arm. It was down below on the hip. Steve Kaburski gave him a pretty good push.
We've got another foul pushing by the Celtics, and they're going to get that free throw. There was an elbow thrown as they came off of the line.
That was on Dave Cowens throwing the elbow.
That's the second foul against Cowens. Was picked up underneath. And you could hear Dave Cowens say that is the first time all year. And he is jawing pretty good. And a reminder about the Daytona Beach Motocross. If you have never seen motocross, tune into the Sports Spectacular. It is indeed a spectacular. Then AAU Boxing from Las Vegas. Jimmy Yard checks in. He'll be working along with Dave Cowens. The crowd telling Cowens exactly what they think about that. As Dave goes over toward the bench, he'll relax a little bit. Tommy didn't want him picking up another foul. Autry and Ard will square off. Scott on a pull-up jump shot. Scott with control. And it is 23-22. Phoenix leading. 9 minutes and 15 seconds to go. And I want to tell you about Dennis Autry. He has been playing this entire series with a stress fracture in his left foot. It is one of the more painful injuries, as Rick Barry will tell us. He didn't want anybody to know about it, and he has come to play. It is tightly taped. They've got a big piece of padding on the bottom of that foot. He gets a shot prior to a game, and he says, I'm going to play in this series. So a broken bone is not preventing Dennis Autry from playing. Here's Steve Kaburski.
We got timeout!
Timeout.
Foul that time was picked up by Nate Hawthorne, moving underneath Steve Kaburski as he's made his move to the basket. That, of course, now gives the Celtics an opportunity to close the three-point lead down 2 points as Kaburski will go to the line for two.
Commissioner Larry O'Brien and his wife watching here on the side, and has he ever exerted control in this championship series? He was here again early this morning, warning the Phoenix Suns, who are led by Richard Block and their wife, let's not get the people riled up down in Phoenix or in Boston. Let's just concentrate on this great championship series. And it was the commissioner who told both coaches and officials to get the heads back into basketball.
And Steve Kaburski makes both free throws to cut that Sun lead down to 1.
It's 25-24. Suns by a point over the Celtics. Shot clock is a factor. Suns working against it. They get it down inside of 5. Celtics on the steal. Scott is the high point man for the Celts with 10 points. 8:20 to go.
Another great defensive play by Charlie Scott coming up with that steal. Good pressure on the Suns by the Celtics, causing the turnover.
Suns trying to regain the lead. And Jimmy Yard reached back in on Dennis Autry and committed his first foul. We have 4 team fouls against the Celtics and 1 against the Suns.
There we are in the play. Ard will reach back in right there. Looked like he might have had the ball.
Dick Van Arsdale came up, and offense is the call as he went in the air. Dick Van Arsdale picked up his second foul. Ricky Sobers is off of John McLeod's bench, and Van Arsdale goes out. 8:01 left in the first half.
You saw Dick Van Arsdale use his left arm to ward off the defensive efforts. of one of the Suns.
I was wondering, Rick, if he did it to defend himself.
Or protect himself.
Right.
Yes, defend himself, protecting.
And it was Ricky Sobers who got over there on Jimmy Ard. JoJo was left alone. Good defense by Sobers. Celtics turn it over on the pass. JoJo White was signaling that somebody busted off a wrong play. He wanted Kaversky to come back out toward the sideline. Instead, Steve went toward the basket. So again, as Rick Barry and Mindy Rudolph have pointed out, we've had bad passing by both teams here early in the first half of Game 6. Offensive foul is the call against Nate Hawthorne.
As I pointed out in the previous game, Nate Hawthorne sometimes gets overly physical out there, and he has to learn what to do in what situation. If he can control his over-aggressiveness, he can become a pretty good basketball player because he's got great natural ability.
Alvin Adams has checked in, and Dennis Autry is out. Dave Cowens taking a rest. That's why Jimmy Ard has the ball. Hawthorne came out to steal it, touch the ball. They'll have 10 seconds to get off the shot. 7:19 left in the first half. It's 26-25. Boston over Phoenix. The Suns must win. Charlie Scott, bomber rain.
That's the man I said earlier, Brent, who may carry this Boston offense. And right now he's having his best shooting game of the entire series.
12 points for Scott.
That foul will be on Jimmy Ard, once again using the hands, holding Alvin Adams. He tries to come off the screen. Now watch the play. There's Ard in your screen. Adams makes a good fake to go back. Jimmy Ard reaching out, using the hands, trying to get by around the screen. Jim Ard has a tendency to do that when he plays defense, and they can't do it when the official's standing right next to you.
Pick and roll to Tim. And the dunk. The net and rush it to forecourt. Nash to Stoudemire for the jam. That is some vintage Phoenix Suns basketball.
Garnett against Guacho, and the baby hook is good.
Run out ahead to Terry. One man to beat. It's Ridnour into the lane to the glass. Terry lays it in.
Pushing ahead, Monte. Back to BD.
Pass goes to Andre Miller, right baseline. In traffic, tries to score on a reverse. He does. Count the basket.
What a delightful feature General Manager Red Auerbach has been here at halftime on CBS this NBA season. And today, Rick Barry, he's going to be talking about moving without the ball. Ron Behagen and Elgin Baylor will be with him.
Well, I like to say that this is one area of the game of basketball that really is abused by not only youngsters who are just starting to learn the ball game, but also by the pros as well. You must learn to play this game, not only when you have the ball in your hand, but also without the basketball. And this is where really most of the plays are created and the situations take place that free men. This is what we try to point out in the series here with Boston and Phoenix.
Alvin Adams hit the free throw with 6:58 to go in the first half. Celtics leading the Suns by 2. Make it 1. Pressure. And Jimmy Ard took a timeout in the face of that pressure. John McLeod pleased with that turn of events here. 28-27, and the Celtics ahead of the Suns.
Very unusual to see that by the Suns. They have been content with staying back and playing more or less a sloughing type of a man-to-man, which is almost like a zone. And they just have not been picking up in the backcourt and putting any pressure on at all. They elected to do it after the free throw right here and caused the Celtics to have to take an additional timeout.
Brent, we have some interesting statistics so far in this game. Ricky Sobers, as you mentioned, has leading the scoring of the Phoenix Suns. Curtis Perry has been shut out completely on the Boston side. It's been Charlie Scott with 12. John Havlicek has scored 0, and JoJo White, their most consistent scorer, has only scored 2 points.
And we thank you very much down here in Phoenix. Turnovers so far, Boston 9 and Phoenix 14, and those are the resulting points that have been scored. 6 by Boston and 12 by Phoenix. So again, you can see that the Celtics have made a lot of mistakes. And a program reminder, the Kemper Open coming up. Remember who won that a year ago? Ray Floyd, the Masters champion.
My partner,
weren't you there, Rick?
Well, no, I wasn't there, but Ray was my partner. I played in the Pro-Am that Bing Crosby clam bake, and Ray was my partner there. We had a great time, and of course, Ray has really come on strong, won the Masters.
Pebble Beach, you tear that course up, big guy?
Oh, I tore it up, a lot of divots.
They tell me you hit a ball off the tee as long as any guy around.
Yeah, they say he can really go to it, but you know what? He has not got the right temperament for golf.
Hey, listen, no, wait a second. I don't throw my clubs
Oh,
to anything
you
in
never
golf.
convinced me of that. All right, back here in Phoenix. 6 minutes and 58 seconds to go. First half. It's 28-27. Celtics leading the Suns, and Dave Cowens back on the floor for Tommy Heinsohn. Charlie Scott. Sobers back there with him. Paul Silas gave it right back to Charlie. Sobers with him. Scott had the hot hand. Hurd with the block, and Dave Cowens cleaned up. It's 30-27, a 3-point Celtic lead over the Suns. There's Garfield Hurd just about at the exact spot where he hit that amazing shot Friday night.
You notice that it was Dave Cowens guarding Paul Westphal there. The Boston Celtics will switch continually on defense.
Adams trying to pass it to Nate Hawthorne. JoJo White intercepted. Havlicek cutting to the basket, rolling the right-handed hook shot. You could see that play coming. It was developing because of the court movement by Havlicek. It's suddenly a 5-point Celtic lead. And that is the largest lead here in this game. Situation is this. This is game 6. Celtics lead at 3-2. Need only one more victory to win the title. A chance to go up by 7. Celtics on a bit of a spurt. John McLeod will not be afraid to call a timeout. Havlicek. Westphal tapped it. Scott saves it at the Celtic end. Nate Hawthorne racing. Silas. Hawthorne controls. 5:29 to go, first half. Sobers moves inside Scott behind his back end. Charlie Scott is all over the floor. Lead pass a little bit too far ahead over JoJo White. And JoJo White turning around and saying to Charlie immediately, my fault, Charlie. Was not a bad pass. I should have run right under it and caught it.
The players are trying to create things out here, but their timing is just a little bit off, and it could be the fact that they have not got a great deal of rest in between ball games, and the fatigue factor could become very, very prevalent in this basketball game.
Adams. That side straddle passing style. And it was Charlie Scott who'd come around behind Garfield Hurd, slipped in, got the ball out of bounds. They'll have 11 seconds. And it was Ricky Sobers, and he is bitterly complaining that he was fouled. Here's Silas. Westphal came in behind White with that defensive move, passed to Silas, and it was Charlie Scott who dished out that assist.
That was super ball movement by the Boston Celtics, and the Phoenix Suns have not scored a field goal in over 4 minutes.
And Rick, they trail by 7 as a result of that. Alvin Adams on the turnaround. Havlicek, 4:35, first half. Celtics trying to get that running game going here. Westphal moved outside. White waited. Adams skies, baseball pass. A little bit over anxious on that pass when he turned around.
You got to give Paul Silas a lot of credit on that play, Brent. He saw there was a man back for Phoenix. He didn't even attempt to rebound, and he headed right down court to play some defense, causing the pass to go out of bounds.
4 minutes and 15 seconds. 34-27, Celtics over the Suns. Van Arsdale has replaced Westphal. Scott on Dave Cowens. Came up. What a play there by the redhead. 8 straight points for the